What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Teruga, and I'm back to do another video game review brought to you by Teruga. Well, I've been playing the Crysis 3 beta for about a week now, which is why I waited a while to do this review, because I wanted to really give it a chance and play it every day, see how I feel, see if I could get used to it, that kind of thing. And I came to the conclusion that this game, as far as the multiplayer goes, sucks ass. And let me tell you why. You guys are probably like, wow, this Teruga guy just does not like games. He always gives bad reviews. Well, it's not my fault that a lot of these games are disappointing me. First of all, let me get one thing straight. I love Crysis 1. I love Crysis 2. I do not play the Crysis game series for the multiplayer, so I never did like them. I didn't even like the multiplayer in Crysis 2, so I don't like the multiplayer in Crysis 3. Will I buy Crysis 3? Absolutely, because the single-player campaigns kick ass. I fucking love the single-player of Crysis. Probably one of my favorite single-player games as far as the campaign mode goes. Next to, it's up there with like Half-Life 2 for me, so it means a lot. But anyway, back to the multiplayer and the beta. First, we're going to start off with problems that I feel that the game has. First of all, I want to get this out of the way that I do have i5 Intel quad-core processor, 2500K. I have a overclocked MSI GTX 580 graphics card and 32 gigabytes of RAM. So all the latest drivers and whatnot, and so I have a pretty decent computer. And graphically, as far as the multiplayer goes anyway, they were very disappointing. And I know the single player is not going to look like that, because Crysis 2 single player looked really good with the DirectX 11 update, and and this is running like the same engine, so it shouldn't look as bad as the multiplayer did. For whatever reason, the multiplayer, the anti-aliasing feature was pretty much broken. If you turn that on, even if you put it on 2x, you would get a 75% drop in performance and frames and whatnot. And you would find that I don't know about you guys, but on my setup, I would have these white edges all over the outlines of objects. And when I turned off anti-aliasing, all the white edges went away. And this was with the latest graphics driver, so I don't know what's up with that. And then there's another thing that I really hated about the graphics, was that it looks like I hope there's a feature to turn this on, or if it's a beta glitch or whatever, because there's no need for it. But anyway, if you look, like especially in the far background, there's a certain film grain to the graphics, and I do not like that, because Crysis was always about sleek, metallic sexiness and shiny things and all, and when you add that grittiness with the grains, the grainy effect, it just does not do it for me. It frankly does not look good at all, and I hope they are not trying to implement that into the actual game engine. And if they do, please, Crytek, have a feature where you could turn it off or on. Another thing I noticed in the options, graphical options, was that there was no DirectX 11 on or off thing. I'm not sure if the game was running on DirectX 11 in the first place, but it definitely didn't look like it. It looked like a DirectX 9 type setup, and they'll probably release that option with the final product, or the single player campaign only. So that's graphics. They were a little underwhelming, but it looked okay, but it just didn't look good. Especially if you compare it to a game like Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 absolutely squashes that motherfucker. Excuse me. But anyway, off to the animations. The animations are downright disgusting. They were the same thing in Crysis 2 also. Like when you were to get shot, or the way the when you watch people run around online, it just does not look good. It's not fluid. Everything is really jerky. It's which ruins the game for me, because it throws me off completely when I'm trying to aim and shoot at other players and whatnot. It just the animations are absolutely horrible, and for a game that's coming out in 2013, a AAA shooter, they should not have animations this horrible. Yeah, they just suck. They're jerky. They move weird. If you shoot someone and watch them like fall down, or like your kill cam after you get killed, you do all these weird drops and sudden jerky movements. It just looks horrible animation wise, and it's not doing anything for me. Sound was also a little bit off. It just sounded like there was some problems with it. Things were like there was a lag if you were to like Crysis has this thing where you could kick like cars and stuff like that. There was a lag when you kick a car. It would it wouldn't register right away, and then the car would go flying like 200 yards just because you kicked it. I mean, that's a little excessive. Yeah, you're wearing a nano suit, but let's get real here. What else? Yeah, I mean, the game modes that they had, I didn't really care for. They have 2 game modes and 2 maps. One was Hunter, and the other one was I don't know, the standard team deathmatch. The Hunter mode, where you got like 6 cell people and 6 nano suit people, and the cell are supposed to survive the longest, and the nanosuit, the hunters, are supposed to find the cell, and then when they kill a cell, they basically turn into a hunter, and then it goes all the way down to like the last cell operative remaining, and if you can survive the whole time, then you win, whatever. But that mode has a little bit of tension, and it's kind of cool because you can't really see the hunters, and you're just kind of hiding, all vulnerable and whatnot. But I mean, I don't expect it to last long. I don't expect Crysis 3 to sell because of its multiplayer feature. I don't think there's a big multiplayer community support as far as longevity goes on that type of game. And these are the problems why. I mean, if they do a Crysis 4, they need to really get their multiplayer shit together. Take a page out of DICE, or even Halo 4 or Call of Duty. Just you gotta. What they have is not working, and I don't like it. But anyway, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give the Crysis 3 multiplayer a solid 3 for Crysis 3, and for 3 being 30%, as in not good. But wait for the full Crysis 3 single player campaign and the full game to launch before I give my full-blown review. Well, hopefully you guys found this review useful, and if you haven't played the multiplayer, you're not missing much, dude. Well, anyway, this is Ted Wuga. Peace.